welcome to the Eugene Tordo YouTube channel. I want to thank everyone that's subscribed so far, and if you haven't subscribed, go down there to the subscription button and hit that and the notification bell, leave comments, and if you want, just check back on the channel once in a while. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's taken me a long time, and I've been just barely getting close to 500, so I need 1,000 in order to become monetized, and if I get monetized, that'll help pay for all the projects that I do. You know, most of them are on a C4 Corvette. I'd like to do other projects too, but basically funding says that's what I got. This is what I got, and what you see is what I got to work with. This shop here, and my shop in my basement. So it's either a C4 Corvette, projects in the shop, and events they go to. And talking of events, I am going to leave a link in the description box to PA hill climbs. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you like going to hill climbs, they're a lot of fun, those events. Be even more fun if I could attend one, you know, as a driver, but you know, that's expensive. Any type of motorsport is expensive, and so that's the way it is. So, but anyway, as all of us know. But anyway, getting back to this video is going to be about Corvette windlasses on the C4 Corvette, and as you can see, this one is totally deteriorated. I don't know if this was the original or not. It probably was, and I've heard people of them getting water by them. I never had water get by mine, amazingly. It could be water did get by them, but if so, I never noticed it. I never had my floor get wet in the front. And if you ever see my carpet videos, I've had when I did the carpeting in those videos, I'll leave a link up there. One person made a comment that I was probably getting water in there, and that's why there's holes in the floor. And if holes in the floor are in fact made by people who do not know how to jack up a C4, but that's another subject. But anyway, the windlasses did make a noticeable difference in wind noise, actually, but these were highly deteriorated, and these are probably also one of the easiest pieces of weather stripping to change out on your Corvette. And it's super simple. It should be super simple, I should say, because like the driver's side came off in like 10 minutes, and it probably took me another 10 minutes to put the new one back on. But I'll leave a link to them also down in the description box. If you guys don't see it down there in the description box, just leave a comment, because sometimes I forget, like I did in my last video, I think. But they should be super simple, unless they're highly corroded like mine was. On the passenger side, the screw was corroded in there, and I ended up having to go in there with a Dremel motor tool and grind it away, and I think it turned into like an 1.5-hour job instead of a 10-minute job. So just keep that in mind. As you can see, even if they're not old and deteriorated like mine, if they're 30 years old and the rubber's probably dried up, and you should replace them. See, they are kind of pricey, I guess you could say. They seem kind of pricey, I guess. I can't remember the price, but like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box. I believe I got mine from Corvette Rubber, and I'll go over a quick review of how to change that. I'm going to take the old one back on, because I do use a weather stripping adhesive, and I'm not going to peel that back off. So, but it's super simple, and I'll go over that here in a minute. Just let me change camera views, and we'll be right back with the camera view. Okay, here I am. I got the camera set on narrow view, so I think that's the first time I'm using the narrow view, and it seems to work. I got some light behind it to help light it up. And here's the windlace on the driver's side. You can see it runs from here down to here, and you can see here there's this plastic button that just pries off. You get yourself a tool like this from Harbor Freight, and I've got a set I got from Harbor Freight years ago. They're cheap. You don't even need something like this. You can just use a big flat screwdriver or whatever, and you get under there and you'll pry it up like that, get behind there and pry it out. Like I said, I'm not going to go ahead and do it because it's glued in, but they usually pop out. If they do break, I believe you can go down to like Napa or one of the auto parts stores and get replacements. You should be able to find a replacement somewhere. And hopefully your screw isn't corroded in like mine was on the other side. And right here is the screw. See if I can get a better angle of that. Right there. And just take your screwdriver, 7mm, go like that, and just unscrew it and pull that off. It might be some adhesive holding it on, so you might have to tear it a little bit, and then clean the surface. Reapply it using the 3M. I use the 3M weather stripping adhesive, black. They have it. Be careful when you buy it. Make sure you get the black. First time I bought it too, I got the yellow, gooey, snotty stuff. Always try and get the black with black weather stripping. I mean, as long as it's going to be under there and not showing, it doesn't matter what color it is, but do that. And give it a good cleaning. And basically, you just put that screw, pop that in there, put the screw on, pop that in, and you're set. And you do have to, this piece of trim here, I didn't have to remove this piece of trim here for the A-pillar. I was able to pull it out from underneath and slide it on up in. So hopefully you'll have the same luck. Yeah, basically it goes like that up in there. I don't know if you can see that. This is the old one, the old jalapa dated rusty one. And even if you don't drive yours in the rain or anything like that, if it's 30 years old, you should probably deteriorate it like this is. You should replace it just for cosmetics when you open the door. It just looks a hell lot better than this. That's about all I have to say for that. So let me change camera angles again, and I'll get on to some other things. Alright, I'm back, and I'm looking at my front wheel. I'm thinking, boy, that would look better with big brakes. But anyway, I'm thinking of doing a big brake upgrade. Let me reset this camera angle here. Whoop, there we go. I think that's about right. Yep. And anyway, I'm thinking of doing that big brake upgrade. And there's two options. I could go the factory big brake option, because this is the base model. This has the standard 12-inch rotors. Or go to factory, convert it to the factory 13-inch. And I could do that a lot cheaper than the other options, which would be go like Wildwood or Beer. And I think it would look really good with the Wildwood 6-piston calipers under there. And the 13-inch rotors. Do I need it? Nah, I don't need any of that. If I was doing track days, I definitely would need it. I have actually faded these brakes once. I did that like the hottest day of the year on the back mountain roads, and intentionally riding my brakes hard just to see if I could do it. And they didn't really fade a lot. I didn't like totally lose my brakes, but you could feel them start to fade. So I don't really need it. I have to go out of my way to fade the brakes, is what I'm saying. I mean, on the street, you really would. You have to be doing something really stupid, you know, intentionally, like I did, or just, you know, I don't know, riding your brakes all the time. But one reason I would, it just would look a hell lot better. Of course, if I did the Wildwood brake upgrade, it is a lot more money, and I would have to do the bias spring upgrade in the master cylinder, because I don't want to over brake the front and all that good stuff. But I'm sure there's a lot of opinions out there. Leave it down in the comment section of the video, not on Facebook, and all that good stuff. But there's two other upgrades I would like to do to this car. Both are expensive. I seriously doubt I'll do them, but neither of them I really need. I don't need the C4. We don't, and nobody needs their Corvette really, unless it's their only vehicle, and that's the only way they get to go back and forth to work and so forth. But or any other high performance car. All you need is a Chevy, you know, or if you live in a city and you got good public transportation, you don't need a car at all. But like I have a Chevy Trax. It's like 5 miles to work and 5 miles back, and maybe when I go grocery shopping, the closest grocery store is like 10 miles away. So that's all I need is that Chevy Trax. But this is a hell of a lot more fun than Chevy Trax. But what I would like to do, and this would be really expensive, would be a carbon fiber hood. Yeah, that would look badass. Wouldn't that carbon fiber hood look badass? Yeah, there's the only one I see is from Carbon Creation. There's another company that makes them, but they make them with a primer coat over the carbon fiber. They don't. The way they do the carbon fiber is their hood is more for racing applications. In other words, not for looks. Where the carbon fiber hood is more for looks. You know, that blink factor. And they're both a lot lighter than the stock hood. A lot of people complain it's heavy. The truth is, it's about 75 pounds. If you unbolt the headlight buckets and everything that attaches to it, it's about 75 pounds. So I don't know why people complain it's heavy. I don't think so, because it's not just the hood. It's also your fenders. Okay, it's not like a hood on a C5. A C5 hood is tiny compared to this. That is an engine hood, or if you're over in England or down under, a engine bonnet. This is a clamshell hood, which means it incorporates the fenders, the fender wells, the headlight buckets, all that stuff that would be separate on any other vehicle. And of course, I'm an old guy, so I remember lifting hoods on, you know, like a '69 Cadillac. You know, and they had these big springs on there, you know, and even with the big springs, God, if you ever lost those springs, you want to talk about a heavy hood. But anyway, getting back to this, blow the money on a carbon fiber hood, the big brakes, and the third one, which I really want to do next winter, is make changes to that motor. And if I do, I'll pull the whole motor out, and I want to put better flowing heads on it. Maybe a little more cam, I don't know. I prefer streetability than over high performance. I mean, how often do I go to a track? I don't need top end. I would seriously like to change that intake to like a ProFlow XT or something like that. And the truth is, I just never use top end much. I just don't need that upper RPM. You know, it's a street car. Give me more horsepower to brag about and all that good stuff. There's a lot more to just changing that intake, and the head's going to need bigger injectors, so that's another outlay. Different cam, that's another outlay. I mean, I could still use that cam, but a cam better to match that intake would be better. And while I have it out, I want to make changes to the oiling system. Nothing drastic, just more splash control. And different rings and pistons to go with those heads. So that's all the upgrades I would like to do. I want everyone to leave their comments down below. And what you guys think I should blow that kind of money on this Corvette? And I would like to do other projects, other cars and stuff, but truth is, I just have, you know, I have to park them out in the yard, either behind the house or out in my front yard, and then I got to move one out, either leave this outside all the time while I'm working on that other project, and all that good stuff. So it's just not practical for me. That, and money wise, even spending the money on the things I'm talking about, that's for me, that's quite a bit of money. My channel's not monetized. Like I said, share with your friends, get them to subscribe for me if you could. I need to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting close to 500, so if I can get that 1,000 subscribers and get monetized and get enough views and all that stuff, that would help pay for all this stuff. But that's about all I have to say for this video. I want to thank everybody that subscribed so far. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want everybody to have a great day, and God bless.